The top stories. Police probing a suspected murder. New drug abuse trends a concern for officials. And Barbados play to a draw against Guyana in men's football. Welcome to Nation News for Monday, February 2nd, 2015. I'm Natasha Beckles.
No matter where you are in the world, at home or abroad, Nation News keeps you connected with what's happening in Barbados through our website, video newscast, and online e-papers. So stay connected with Nation News. Your news, your time, your way.
Police are investigating the suspected murder of 53-year-old Victor Knight. His body, which bore several injuries, was discovered in his Seclusion Road, Blackrock, St. Michael home by a friend just after 8 o'clock on Monday morning. His brother, Sheriff Knight, said he was a cool person who got along with everyone. MP for the area, James Paul, was on the scene.
Any problems, it has really caught a lot of people by surprise. But the most important thing right now is the family, to make sure that, they themselves are comfortable in whatever way that they can be. But I think that what we as Barbadians must certainly do is reach our hearts out and appeal to those persons who engage in acts against people such as these. That we don't have a situation where these people just go like that. And I really would want to say that as a representative here, again, my condolences to the relatives of the deceased. But I also want to see at the same time that, as a community we look after one another. We do not have to resort to these acts, whatever it is. And I think really that whoever the perpetrators or whatever happened inside there, I think that basically I am hoping, of course, that some kind of restitution will be brought very quickly.
Police are also looking into a suspected suicide. 27-year-old Stephen Chase of Kingsland Crescent, Christchurch, was found hanging in his apartment on Saturday afternoon. Former Attorney General Dale Marshall has called for a criminal investigation into the affairs of CLICO. Speaking during a Barbados Labour Party meeting at the Alma Parish School on Sunday night, he said there was enough information available to start a police probe, including a forensic audit of the company. Mr. Marshall made reference to a front-page article in the Sunday Sun. It reported that CLICO's judicial manager, Deloitte Consulting, has started court action to recover over $3 million from former CLICO boss Leroy Paris, Brandley Consulting Services, and the estate of the late Prime Minister David Thompson. Director of the Substance Abuse Foundation, Pauline Tully, says Barbados is far from losing the fight against illegal drugs, although some new trends are developing. Speaking at a press briefing for the 2015 Diamonds International Annual Charity Golf Tournament, which raises funds for the Verdun House Treatment Facility, she said there has been a decrease in the age of clients and more women are becoming addicted. However, according to Ms. Tully, Verdun House is reaping success. Director of Client Development, Marietta Carrington, said the facility provided its clients with the skills necessary to function in society.
They've taken with them portable skills that they can make a life, because if you don't do that, then Verdun becomes a revolving door. So it is critical, and in these times, it is even more critical that we use these funds to provide them for treatment, and then also after treatment, help them to be productive citizens, and that's our aim. Help them heal and help them be productive citizens.
There's a war of words ongoing between jet ski operators on Bronx Beach and the owner of the Boatyard Beach Club, Sean De Freitas. Mr. De Freitas has notified patrons that they cannot do business with the water sports operators as long as they are wearing Boatyard wristbands. He told Nation News he took this action because of a number of complaints from visitors concerning the behavior of the operators. However, angry jet ski owners and operators said Friday the decision is killing their livelihood. On Sunday, one Mexican visitor said his group would have to rethink visiting the boatyard again after being forced to leave following a jet ski ride. Health and wellness educator Patricia Berry-Greenidge thinks that inadequately trained spa personnel can do a lot to harm the local tourism industry. The principal of the Personal Body Healthcare Clinic and School of Holistic Therapies argued that visitors were looking for the same level of service experienced elsewhere, and they could be in for a big disappointment at some spas in Barbados. She made the comments as her school and the Barbados Coalition of Service Industries launched a national health and wellness training program. It is aimed at maintaining high standards in reflexology, sports massage therapy, and aromatherapy. Cancer patients at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital have received an early gift ahead of World Cancer Day, which will be observed on Wednesday. On Monday, immediate past president of the Barbados Cancer Society, Professor Timothy Roach, presented 36 colorful chairs to the Clara Brathwaite Center for Oncology and Nuclear Medicine. Local observations of African Awareness Month began on Sunday morning with a ceremony at Browns Beach. Representatives of the various Pan-African organizations gathered to lay wreaths and pay tribute to the thousands who perished during the passage of the transatlantic slave trade. Tony Reed told those gathered about the importance of the observations.
The month is really about acute focus and paying intense attention and putting energy to capturing the attention of those who are not aware. In the same way that Christians have Christmas and Easter and all these things, they're Christian all year long, but they have these points that they're focused. For us in the Pan-African community, February is a time of focus. February is a time, like I said, where we concentrate those energies and capture the attention and bring others home to the fold. So this is the reason why we have our African Awareness Month.
About 300 people, most of them children, marched through the city over the weekend in a stand against drug use. The rally was staged by Zone 3A of the Lions Club of Barbados, and Zone Chairman Leroy Hines said it was aimed at educating the general public about the dangers of drug use. In sport, Barbados' new-look men's senior football team earned a well-deserved draw with Guyana on Sunday night at the National Stadium. Trailing 2-0 after Guyana took the early lead, Jomo Harris and Mario Hart equalized before halftime to send the crowd into a frenzy. After a goal-filled first half, neither side could find the back of the net for the victory. And our coverage of school sports continues with the Welch's Primary, where Yellow House emerged champions with 613 points. Red were in second place, followed by Green House. In addition to the traditional races, there were also several novelty events for the little ones. And finally, police say an Albuquerque woman selling drugs made a big mistake that landed her in jail. She mistakenly called a police detective. The 30-year-old was arrested when she called him at his department-issued cell phone and made him an offer. Court documents say the detective knew the woman from a prior case, but he didn't think she realized who she had dialed. The officer then set up a drug bust, and the woman was arrested on trafficking charges. And that's Nation News for Monday. For more, log on to nationnews.com, as well as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Remember to pick up your Daily Nation on Tuesday or subscribe to our e-paper. Thanks for joining us.